All right. Here we are back on the stream, Lewis XC crossover. And I am joined here by Ryan Hartman, winner of the men's individual title here at Lewis XC crossover. Ryan, how we feeling, man?
Yeah, definitely pumped about the win. Kind of went into the race and just wanted to give it a good effort. Yeah, it was a first time here, so it's just exciting.
In terms of your race plan today, was there a specific approach that you wanted to have? Did it matter who was in the field and how you wanted to respond to them, or was it just a react and go?
Kind of had a react and go. Definitely kind of wanted to get kind of segmented up into each mile, but kind of be able to cover moves. And my coach did not advise me to go at 5K, but I felt smooth at 5K and maybe kind of just naturally found myself in that front spot and kind of wanted to maybe do a little bit of a pickup as the race went on that last 3K then.
When you see Matthew Storer, Colorado Christian, kind of trying to make his move and trying to get a little bit of separation, what goes through your head? Is it stay calm, remain patient, I know when to make mine, or is it, hey, I'm coming right back? What was the kind of thought process when you saw that happening towards the tail end there?
Yeah, kind of just be able to stay calm, stick with it, and then kind of react when my body told me to. And yeah, I definitely felt smooth, kind of going a little bit further out, but I knew I had multiple gears in me if needed be. So yeah, I definitely excited about my closing abilities there, and especially as the season goes on, kind of being able to make moves off of even faster paces. So.
I mean, this is arguably the biggest win of your career, or at least one of them for sure. In terms of where your fitness is at now, what does it mean from a confidence perspective to be able to take down a true long-distance guy, a true top name, a third-place finisher at last year's national meet like Matthew Storer?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a step in the right direction, but still got a ways to go. And I mean, the competition at the D2 level is continually growing. So you know, there's gonna be more competition as the season goes on. But yeah, definitely a confidence boost going into the kind of postseason phases of the cross country season.
And final question here, like you said, postseason coming up. What are the goals, both yourself, both the team? What are we trying to do this year at the national meet? Last year, you placed ninth, I believe. On the national stage. What are the goals this year, especially now that you secured a marquee win?
Yeah, I think just going out, being able to compete, definitely be at the national meet, competing for the top 10, top 5 positions, and yeah, just seeing kind of what it shakes out. But yeah, definitely excited to grow the fitness even more as the season goes on, because definitely haven't really started touching some of that speed stuff, and I know it's coming, and that will make me feel better at the end of the year and be able to make moves off of even faster paces. But yeah, this definitely was a step in the right direction. Got me kind of prepared for that kind of championship start, and then being able to close as well.
Awesome. Well, Ryan, thank you so much. Congratulations on your win. That's Ryan Hartman of Augustana, the men's individual champion here at the Lewis XC crossover. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, we're back here. Thank you to Ryan Hartman, Augustana, the men's champion here at the Lewis XC crossover. Women's race coming up here. We're about a couple minutes out here from the start of the women's race. We got quite the battle going on. The individual battle will be very, very interesting on the women's side. Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge, Colorado Mines, a key name to watch. Kendall Kramer, Alaska Fairbanks. Abby Olsen of Grand Valley State. And Coach Jacques of Sioux Falls. Rosie Fordham, Alaska Fairbanks. Allie Arnsman, Grand Valley State. Anika Esvelts, Seattle Pacific. And then a handful of Augustana women such as Elka Bakan, Aubrey Surridge, Ashley Overgaw. Grace Strongman, Colorado Mines, also in that mix. Lewis has Hannah Smirka, the host Lewis women there. Bethany Mapes of Biola. Teams to watch here, it will likely be a somewhat tight team battle. Handful of teams here that could be very, very interesting. You've got Augustana women, Grand Valley State Lakers, Grand Valley State without a small handful, I should say. A couple of key individuals, but they will be running a number of strong talents. Colorado Mines and Lewis also in the mix. Here we go. It's the women's race here at the Lewis XC Crossover 2024. This will be likely a fantastic battle across both individual and team. A lot of implications here. A lot of key individuals. National qualifying spots are up for grabs. That first initial pack, it looks like it's going to be Colorado Mines very heavily present there. Western Washington, I believe that's Ashley Reek, if I am correct there. I believe that's Ramsey-Rutledge with Coach Jacques up there as well of Sioux Falls. Rosie Fordham and Kendall Kramer of Alaska Fairbanks, likely key individuals to watch there on the Alaska side. But the aggressor here is Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge. She is going to be the early aggressor here from Colorado Mines. She'll be the one trying to open up the pace here. Already trying to establish a gap. She was our personal pre-race favorite, although we certainly saw a handful of women as contenders for this win. There's the chase back. Ramsey-Rutledge in that lead. She was, I want to say she was 20th at last year's national meet. Yes, she was 20th, that's correct. While Coach Jacques of Sioux Falls, she was 5th at last year's national meet. She is the top returner in the nation this year from the national meet. Behind Ramsey-Rutledge there, I believe, if I'm reading this properly, I believe that's Ashley Reek, is that, of Western Washington? Unsure if I'm just not seeing that properly. Ramsey-Rutledge here trying to be the aggressor. I'm sorry, no, that is not actually Ravik. That is Claudia O'Malley, I believe, who is running unattached. She was a top individual for Grand Valley State for many years, multi-time All-American, an outstanding low stick for the Lakers. No longer has any eligibility, so she's racing unattached, but she will be a key name to watch. Got a pack of about 5 women there. That is, again, Ramsey-Rutledge to the right, and I believe that's Claudia O'Malley unattached in the blue with Coach Jacques in the middle there of Sayou Falls. I'm trying to get a read on the Alaska runner there. I believe that's actually both Alaska runners. That would be, I believe that's Kendall Kramer and Rosie Fordham. Yep. Kendall Kramer 40, and the other individual there, I believe, in 38. Yes, that's Rosie Fordham. Group of 5 here, roughly the group that we expected. This will be interesting. Many of these women, bit more strength-based, as you would naturally expect for top cross-country individuals. The Alaska women, this is going to be an interesting race. If they won, I would imagine that they could be a little bit more aggressive. They do have that ability. But Coach Jacques, kind of the breakout runner of last fall, gained great momentum going into the postseason, and she showed it. But Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge, the one who's just consistently great across the board each season, has continuously picked up her fitness. She is extremely challenging to beat. She's relentless, will be very difficult to drop regardless of the race approach and the strategies that are implemented. But then you have an experienced veteran like Claudia O'Malley, the unattached runner there. And there is already a significant gap here at that first split. That first split we have is Rosie Fordham of Alaska, Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge, Colorado Mines, Kendall Kramer, Coach Jacques, and Claudia O'Malley. They're all together there within, gosh, 0.1 second. Is that it? So, team-wise, Colorado School of Mines, they have a comfortable 28-point lead. They have scored 28 points, and they're in the lead comfortably. Or now it's changing. Now these live results are updating on me. Colorado Mines still has that lead there. It looks like they have 38 points, is it? Those team scores updating as we speak. By the way, the men's team side, we finally have those results in. That is, Colorado School of Mines took the win at 62 points, Western Washington. 123, great second place run from them. Colorado Christian in third at 194. Lewis in fourth. Biola in fifth. Grand Valley State 6th. Michigan Tech 7th. Washburn 8th, Augustana 9th, and Findlay in 10th. Individuals, that was Ryan Hartman, who you heard from earlier. Matthew Storer at 2, Ethan Grolnick 3, Elia Bergman 4, Evan Horgan 5, Donald Cobbett 6, Jeremiah Vale 7th, Felix Perrier 8th, Kevin McDermott 9th, and Noah Fisher in 10th. But back to that women's race, it is still that same group of 5. Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge leads that group, though there's certainly no separation. Reagan Justice and Jessica Campman, Anika Esvelt, and Grace Strongman, they lead the chase pack here as they come through the main strip of spectators. Have not quite seen a significant presence from the Augustana women yet. Although that could certainly very easily change. They're a group known for their pack running, great depth, great team-centric running. Around that curve there, it is still that same pack of 5, a little separation, but not much. It's Ramsey-Rutledge still holding that lead. The Alaska women not giving any ground. Claudia O'Malley still in that mix. Coach Jacques still in the mix. The pack, the chase pack, not too far behind. It seems that they may have closed down on that gap a good bit. That could reintroduce potential another contender or two, although it is still very clearly these 5 women in the lead. Big win here would suggest that that woman is a top 10 contender for this year's national meet. Although, frankly, almost all these women are already contenders for top 10 finishes. Ramsey-Rutledge there on the inside with, I believe, Kramer, bib 40, Coach Jacques there on the right. We've have largely no change here, although it seems that they're trying to get around that patch. That pack, the chase pack, not too far behind, still a good bit of distance, but separation not exactly going larger, though. And now we're beginning to see a little bit of separation happen here. It is Ramsey-Rutledge there, still in the lead. There's the chase pack. Beautiful day here at Lewis Crossover. Could not ask for better conditions. We've got the leaders of Coach Jacques, Ramsey-Rutledge, and I believe that is Kendall Kramer. Claudia O'Malley still in the mix. Rosie Fordham still in the mix, although they're beginning to drop back just a little bit. Fordham beginning to fall out of the mix a little bit. And it is still O'Malley trying to hang on, but we now have what appears to be a group of 3. Coach Jacques, Sioux Falls, Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge, Colorado Mines, and Kendall Kramer, Alaska Fairbanks. This race is beginning to open up. Fordham has fallen off that pack a bit. She'll have some work to do, although she's still plenty clear of the chase pack. And now things begin to get a little bit more interesting. This is where you'll begin to see some moves happen. At that last split, by the way, it is Colorado School of Mines and Lewis with a comfortable second, Grand Valley State third, Alaska Fairbanks fourth, and Western Washington fifth. School of Mines 1, Lewis 2. Those are the comfortable 1-2 at that first split. We're still waiting for that second split, however, to come around. So that was roughly 7 minutes ago. So something to keep in mind. But you're looking at a battle of probable top half All-Americans right now. Claudia O'Malley there in fourth, running unattached. It's Ramsey-Rutledge now beginning to get the lead on that inside curve. Coach Jacques trying to hang. She's still in third. You're beginning to see a little bit of separation grow there. But it's Kendall Kramer now and Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge. Jacques trying to hang tight. But Ramsey-Rutledge has looked smooth. She has looked very strong, powerful strides. Really impressive stuff here. This will be interesting. I like to think that both of these women here now in the lead, as Jacques now beginning to fade a little bit more. But it's Kramer and it's Ramsey-Rutledge. It'll be interesting to see who tries to get separation, who tries to make their big surge. But Ramsey-Rutledge is the one who is now beginning to try to get a few strides on Kramer. The slow fade is getting really interesting. Ramsey-Rutledge really putting her foot down on the gas here, trying to establish a gap, trying to make this happen. She wants to put this away early. We're 16 minutes into the race. But it is now Ramsey-Rutledge who has now opened up a few meter gap on Kendall Kramer. Coach Jacques still apparently in third from what I can see. Claudia O'Malley in fourth, and I believe that's Fordham back in fifth. Ramsey-Rutledge along the curve, and now you can begin to see her open up. This is her race. This has been a impressive performance from the Colorado Mines veteran. Our concern coming into this season with Mines is how would they handle the loss of so many low sticks, and we still have to see how the team results come in, but yet it is Ramsey-Rutledge who is giving this team a singular point low stick right now. And she is very much keeping them in terms of granting them great firepower in the team standings here. And she has looked impressive. Very strong, clean strides. The recent split now has a 5-second lead for Ramsey-Rutledge. Kendall Kramer in second. She's got a 5-second lead on Claudia O'Malley, who has a 3-second lead on Coach Jacques, who has a 5-second lead on Rosie Fordham. Grace Strongman, you want to talk about more low sticks. Colorado Mines has one in 6th place. Reagan Justice, a sneaky good name. She's in 7th. Sophia Tarud in 8th. Anika Esvel in 9th. Jessica Campman in 10th. Bethany Mapes 11th. And Ella Bacan there in 12th. the Colorado Mines women, you're beginning to see them now get into the mix. Emily Lamena, 14th, Margot Bassart, in 15th, and Alexis Herr in 19th. They've got 5 women in the top 20. But it is all Ramsey-Rutledge. It was powering home right now. We're about 19 minutes into this race. Not too much longer before we get here to this final stretch. The chase pack, the pursuers, not totally gone, but it would take quite a heroic effort for someone to catch Ramsey-Rutledge right now, who has looked simply superb throughout the entirety of this race. Here we are, Ramsey-Rutledge about to come down this hill, and she'll power home. She has about 200 meters to go, 300 meters, and she's powering home. She looks incredibly strong. An excellent performance from Ramsey-Rutledge. Kendall Kramer, also a fantastic race. She's going to grab second, it looks like, unless Claudia O'Malley here in third is able to grab her. Again, Claudia O'Malley running unattached. Rosie Fordham giving Alaska Fairbanks a second low stick in the top 5, and Cote Jacques there in 5th, not too far behind. But it's all Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge. I may have misspoke on that initial distance there. If we can go back to that finish, that'd be great. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Jenna Ramsey-Rutledge. She is your women's Lewis XC crossover champion. A great race from Ramsey-Rutledge, a great race from Kramer. This entire top 5 put together excellent performances. Claudia O'Malley there in 5th. That is Rosie Fordham getting 4th. A great 1-2 punch from Alaska Fairbanks again, and then Cote Jacques here coming up in 5th place as well. Grace Strongman, I believe, great 6th place finish for her, and that's Reagan Justice in 7th. And now here as the mass amount of women begin to cross the line here, we're still waiting to see how some of these results come in. A great performance there, again, from the entire team, entire set of teams here, and the top individuals. A great battle, 5-person battle for a good portion of the race. Let's see if we can try to get Jenna for a post-race chat. It's tough to say right now. I'd say that's probably Colorado Mines with this win, though. Still waiting on those team results to come in. But a great race overall. I mean, that top 5 could all have a shot at least to potentially crack the top 10 at this year's national meet. At the very least, I do think that they're all going to be strong options or strong choices to potentially crack the top 20, a top half All-American spot. For Ramsey-Rutledge, we have to wonder, what does this win mean moving forward in terms of the individual women's national title, a title that has never been as wide open as it is this year, or at least as we believe it to be. In a year that is as wide open as it is now, could this year's winner of the Lewis XC crossover, could they be the contender, an eventual favorite for the national title? It's not out of the realm of possibility. We will likely get greater clarity when we see Colorado Mines venture to the RMAC XC Championships, potentially their next meet. But what a race. Alaska Fairbanks has to be happy. Colorado Mines likely happy. Will be interesting to see how the Lewis women fare. They were a strong second place at that last split that we had. Just shot a text there. We'll see if we can get Jenna to come over and have a quick chat with us as we await these team results to come in. For those of you who are still wondering what that schedule is looking like, you got the women's open race at 11:15. That'll come up here in about 18 minutes, and then the men's open race that will be at noon, all Central Time, of course. Stay tuned. We've got Ramsey-Rutledge. She's throwing on some trainers and jogging over here. She'll be chatting with us, talk about what her result means. I want to again thank James Kearney, coach here at Lewis, for working with us, being such a kind host here. We'll see if we can also get him to chat with us today. Unsure if we'll have the time or the ability. Also want to thank John Kilpatrick, AV director here at Lewis. He's been fantastic in terms of setting up this entire operation. A lot of logistics, much more logistics than just throwing on a live stream. It's very, very impressive, and we're really appreciative of all of his help. Shout out to all the guys in the van, the AV crew. Shout out to you guys. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for doing all the work you do. again, the rest of the schedule here today. Women's race at 11:15 a.m. Central, followed by the men's open race at noon Central. No commentary quite for that, but we will have that streamed. Let's see if we can get Jenna here. Unsure where she may be. Of course, when you secure a win as big as the Lewis XC crossover, certainly have to fend off the fans, I'm sure. Again, you can go find us at thestridereport.com. Also on YouTube, The Stride Report. We'll have post-race interviews from the Lewis XC crossover on our YouTube page. Hopefully tonight, likely tomorrow. At some point, you'll see them up there. So we'll certainly be having plenty of coverage. You can also check us out on Instagram, on Twitter, or X, whatever it is now. In Threads, of course. You can go check us out there at The Stride Report. Top in-depth D1, D2, D3, a little bit of NAIA, high school recruiting coverage. And unsure. Gonna see if we can try to find Jenna here. Again, you can find us at thestridereport.com, on YouTube at The Stride Report, Instagram, Twitter, Threads. Waiting to see if I can get these team results here from that women's race. Want to ensure that we have that correct. Keep the stream running. We'll be right back, and we'll be sure to have any further commentary if we can get it. You'll certainly hear it, but we'll also keep the open races streamed. We'll also have that. Unsure if that's going to be a current stream or a separate stream. So if you see this stream go down, just know that there is a continued stream on our page for the open races, both men and women. Again, men going off at 11:15 Central. Excuse me, women going off at 11:15 Central, and men going off at noon Central. Well, if I don't talk to you guys for another interview. I just want to say thank you all for joining us on this stream today. It's our first one. I'm new to this, still a little rusty, so appreciate everyone for supporting us, supporting Lewis, supporting D2 Cross Country. This is a great meet, and I really appreciate all the support that we've received. So if you're interested in more content, we've got awesome written content, podcast at thestrideport.com. Go check that out all there. Again, stay tuned. Have the open races still to come. No commentary there, but they will be streamed. And in the meantime, I'll talk to you all later. Thanks.